Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. Soapbox Sports, y'all. Clean takes, bold debates straight from the soapbox. Lucky. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It was a great weekend.
Was it?
Football. Yeah, man, the football over, but the NBA delivered. Ryan Garcia delivered. Uh, what's her name? Was boxing last night too. We even had a Sunday night. Clarissa Shields
Clarissa
delivered.
Shields,
That was
yeah.
lucky a hell of a fight if you watched it, man. So I mean, it was a lot of ass whoopings this weekend. I enjoyed it though.
I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did, man. We got a lot to talk about. You said the NBA delivered because
The NBA delivered.
football's over, y'all.
I know, right? We getting Sunday night basketball now, though.
We get Sunday night basketball, man. And it was an interesting night of Sunday night basketball, Brian. The Lakers got a Boston beat down handed to them in their house, getting spanked 111-89 by the Boston Celtics. Brian, given what we've seen from the Lakers and how close we are to the playoffs, would you consider this Lakers team's ceiling? Like,
Still in this Western Conference Finals. I mean, why are you looking shocked, bro? I mean, there's a lot of iffy teams in the West. Name me two teams that have looked consistent in the West. You would say the Spurs and OKC even starting to look shaky. So you want to go over to all the top teams that lost this weekend? Denver got beat by the Golden State Pathfinders. The Wolves lost. like the Anthony Edwards got dunked on by Tyrese Maxey. The Rockets blew an 18-point lead. The Lakers got blown out. That's four teams in the West that lost. The only team that won was OKC and the Spurs. So the Lakers can still get there depending on the path. I mean, Austin Reeves just came back. They just got to figure out how to, learn how to play together. They haven't at all really this year. So, I mean, they still got time to figure it out. And DeAndre Ayton, he a bitch. I'm sorry. He's soft, bro. He's soft. And there goes their problem right there.
I made the face, Brian, because that ceiling is way too high.
You think
You
it's too
have
high?
them going to the Western Conference Finals.
That's a ceiling. I don't guarantee it, but they can get there.
My ceiling's the semis. I'd be surprised if they get past a first round. I think they're a one and done team. At this point in his career, it's not a lock on LeBron James. Like, you just can't have LeBron James and Luka Doncic as your two best players on the floor because somebody has to play defense. And it's not going to be Austin Reeves. Like, we just know that. Like, and you have all three of them on the floor. Like, but somebody has to play defense.
You know
like
who
you
else is
said,
on the floor?
and like you said, there's not a consistent team out there. But guess what? Just like the Denver Nuggets, they don't play defense. All the other teams you mentioned, the Houston Rockets, the Rockets, they choose when to play defense. The other two teams that are separating themselves from the pack, OKC and the Spurs, they play defense. They play defense. And I just don't see how the Lakers win a game. So let's just say, for example, right now, I think they're the 5 seed. They'll be locked in with the Rockets. That's a 7-game series. I can't tell you who wins, but that's a 7-game series. They're not making it past
right now,
round, bro.
I got a hot take, bro. I think the East is better than the West. I think the East is better than the West. I feel like the East has more defensive center or focused teams. The West only has 2, and they're probably the 2 best defensive teams. But if you want to talk defensive teams, you got Pistons, you got the Celtics, you got even Toronto. All those teams in the East have to play defense to be elite. Orlando, they're defensive-based teams. The West, they're floundering because they old over there. They're aged out in the West. And it's funny because the 2 youngest teams in the West are the 2 best teams in the West. And I'm starting to look like the Pistons might be the best team. So, I mean, and trying to stay on topic with the Lakers, that's why I still give them a chance to make it to the Western Conference. If they run into the Spurs, they lose automatically. That's done.
Brian, I'm not going to say automatically, but again, that's another 7-game series.
Yeah, I feel like they have a better chance against OKC. I don't know. I just feel like Lakers against OKC, for some reason, they play a little bit better. Maybe not this season, but historically, they look good against OKC. But those are the only two teams the Lakers should be worried about.
I mean, that's the only two teams, honestly, every other team in the West should be worried about right now. Because the Spurs look legit, man. They look like they're legit, but that's another topic for another day.
And just final point, Lakers are currently the 4th seed. Guess who they would play? The Rockets. I feel like they can beat the Rockets.
Also,
it's a tough. I'm saying they can beat the Rockets. The Rockets,
yeah, it's possible, but
the Rockets don't put fear in anyone at all. They don't have a leader. So, yeah.
Bron, milestone, man. Well, I feel like everything's just like a milestone now for him. 43,000 points, right? That's a major milestone. I think anything he does now is just going to get recognized because he might end up with 45,000 by the time
he's trying to be the god of basketball. Lowercase g. he going like it's best go, and now he going on God's here right now.
The question was, Brian, should he want to come back to the Lakers? But I'll flip it both ways. Should the Lakers want him to come back as well?
I mean, what would the Lakers do without Bron? Are they going to get more 3-and-D players? I mean, potentially they could build another Dallas Mavericks team that Luka had previously, and Austin Reeves can be the Kyrie or Jalen Brunson to Luka Doncic. So, I mean, potentially the nice thing about getting the trade with Luka, you already seen the model or the blueprint to how to win with Luka, because Luka's been to the final. So if the Lakers are going to put the focus on Luka, then let Bron go. And if Bron wants to, and should Bron come back, I'm a Cavs fan. So the answer is no for me. You come back to Cleveland, do your last year 24, retire with a chance to win a ring in the East. There's no better story than that.
So you're saying he should go back to Cleveland?
I don't want him to go. I don't think he should go back to the Lakers. I feel like he should go to the Cavs and ride out into the sunset for his last season.
I agree with you. However, I don't think he should go back to the Cavs.
I bet you don't.
I just don't know if there's just the right infrastructure there. I do think, let's just say, for example, the Knicks end up losing in the second round to like the Pistons or something, or Boston.
Okay.
I think he should do his swan song in New York. You know what I'm saying? There's no better media capital. He gets to be the darling for a year. Hopefully leads that Knicks team to a finals, maybe a championship. Who knows? I think going back to Cleveland twice is just like I think the mission was accomplished when he went back the second time. I do think he should leave the Lakers and I don't think the Lakers should want him back because you have to start Luka's clock. Like, no matter what you say, no matter what happens, as long as LeBron's there, it's not Luka's team. It doesn't matter how old LeBron is. He could be 50.
How many interviews have you seen with Luka? I still only see LeBron interviews.
It's still LeBron's team. So I think they need to move on, because if LeBron comes back next year, you're just ultimately saying, all right, we're not winning a championship and we're wasting another year of Luka's prime. But yeah,
as you say,
I just don't think he should just go back to Cleveland.
I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks angle. It hurts my heart because it kind of makes sense. I mean, honestly, there's not much room for Bron in Cleveland right now, especially if James Harden comes back. You got James Harden, Mitchell, Mobley. I mean, you know, I'm just wishing, bro. I'm just a boy. What LeBron say? I'm just a kid from Cleveland.
Hopefully the Cavs have a chance to get it done this year if they figure it out.
Right, I know, but I'm just a kid from Cleveland, man. All I can do is hope. But LeBron made a bold statement. Like I said, who's being interviewed after the games? LeBron. And LeBron made a statement after getting taxed by the Boston Celtics, the man said Jaylen Brown should be the front runner for MVP, or his name should at least be mentioned as in the MVP conversations. Chris, do you agree with Bron about Jaylen Brown being in the MVP talks or being the MVP as a whole?
Yeah,
You agree?
I do agree. Here's what I don't agree with, though: the narrative that it's like some process of elimination type of thing right now. Shea, okay, I'll give that. I'm a Nuggets fan. Jokic is not in the MVP conversation, guys. Let's get real. I love him to death. He's not in the MVP conversation right now. Luka is not in the MVP conversation.
He's far out to me.
He was in my last poll, but he's fallen off like quickly. The only MVP discussion right now it should be Cade and Jaylen Brown. Those are the two. And if Shea can maybe get back in time, but I don't think he will, those are the three. But outside of that, it's Jaylen. It's far and away Jaylen. The Celtics were supposed to be like a 6 seed at best.
6 seed. They were supposed to be lottery. They're supposed to be the Pacers this year.
Figuring things out, but here they are. Second team, best second team in the East. Top 5 record in NBA, top 5 defense in the NBA, and Jaylen's doing it on both ends of the floor, and he's having a career year. Of course, he's the MVP right now. Yeah.
No, I have to agree with LeBron about Jaylen Brown being the front runner based on expectations of the Celtics. But I want to just talk more about his statement regarding the popularity contest. It's not necessarily a popularity contest, but it's about a narrative. And certain players have better narratives than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has been a 2 all of his career, so he's never really been a household name in a league unless it was for something that the league didn't agree with, or his education, or being a strong advocate for Black history and culture. So outside of that, and then I remember there was an issue with him. I'm trying to remember now. He spoke out against something. I'm gonna bring it back up later, but where he won the Finals MVP, but he was like one of the only Finals MVP who didn't get like a shoe deal afterwards because of his stance on, and I'm forgetting, but I'll bring it back up. But essentially, Jaylen Brown could be a bit polarizing. So his name not being mentioned in the MVP talks might not necessarily be popularity, but it could be because of the narrative that he's built his entire career on, where he stands on his morals on a whole. So Jaylen Brown is my MVP right now. Cade is a close second. Jokic out the picture. Shea, yes, I can. Yeah, Shea, I can include him as well. And then if you want, you can add somebody else. But it's between those two right now, hands down. But I want to add to that, Chris. Do you look at the Celtics as a contender? Because that might be a part of why he's not in the MVP conversation as well.
Glad you asked me, because last week we did the contender-pretender thing. I said they were a pretender without Jason Tatum. Ryan, they're a contender. With or without Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum, they're definitely a contender, but they're a contender for sure.
Welcome to the green side, bro. Welcome to the green side. Listen, I agree with, like I stated last time, coaching, the team, everyone knows their role. No one's playing outside of themselves. And people miss that part of chemistry. Like, this is a team that won a championship together, so they know how to play winning basketball. And if you look at the East, Detroit's playoff experience is minimum. So if they went up against Detroit, I feel like
that
experience.
It's coaching, bro, because they turned over a lot of those players, though. They turned over Porzingis, Drew Holiday.
But they got the Peyton Pritchards and the Derek White. Them the real pieces there.
But coaching, Mazzulla's doing a hell of a job. Yeah. He's doing a hell of a job.
100%. So if they're looked at as contenders, which I don't think many are, he should definitely be front runner for MVP. I also think that's why the pundits don't have him high up, because they don't look at them as contenders.
Fair.
Sweet. Let's go over to the next game. This is a pretty big game. The Knicks came back and beat the Rockets. They were down 18 points in the fourth quarter. Led a comeback led by Cat himself. 25 points, 10 for 15. And then after the game, Cat had an interview with Shaquille O'Neal himself. And just to give y'all a little background, mid-game, Knicks were getting, trounced by the Rockets. And Shaq essentially said, this is on Cat. He needs to step up. He's playing soft. He's playing soft basketball, and I would tell him to his face. So, of course, after the game, we get the interview because the Knicks came back and won. And Shaq had a real conversation, being the leader of the big man committee, talking to his boy Cat, two Jersey guys, letting him know, listen, it's on you and Jalen Brunson to lead this team. And Cat's point of view was, it's on all of us. We all have to, step up and play together and be leaders. And Shaq was like, Shaq wasn't going for it because he let them know, like, when you the guy, you have to be the guy. And you can't put the guy responsibilities on everyone around you. So, Chris, I know you watched the interview. I don't know if you want to add a little bit more context to that for the listeners, but whose side you taking? Because it was a bit of a back and forth. It got kind of awkward for a moment. Whose side was you kind of on for the Cat and Shaq debate? Who was right?
Shaq. Shaq was 100% right. Listen, this team only goes as far as Cat takes them.
Not Jalen Brunson.
Not Jalen Brunson, because we know what we're going to get out of Jalen Brunson on a night in, night out basis. Now, obviously, there are some nights in the NBA you don't got it. Fair. But the thing is with Cat, there's a certain, narrative around Cat just in general. Like, he's soft. He's not like a front line type of player. You know what I'm saying? For Big Purr. He's a pussy. That's kind of like I'm not gonna dance around it. That's kind of like what's around it. But it's not fair. But at the same time, we only take that narrative from what we've seen on the basketball court. He plays a little bit soft. He likes to shoot. He likes to play in the perimeter. It's the new age of the big man trying to get away from the basket. And I get it. That's today's NBA. But you're big as hell, bro. You're 7 foot, damn near 300 pounds. Get down in the basket, bro. Go move some people down there. It seemed he got the message at halftime, which won them the game. And then in the following game, he played a similar style, and the Knicks started to hum. Mm-hmm. It's on Cat, bro. Yeah, it's on him. So Shaq was right, bro. It's you are a 1-2 punch, but you're Batman, you're Robin to the Batman. But what do we know about Robin? Robin was going out there trying to solve crime by himself without Batman. So he was trying to cross, he was doing mischief himself. So
I don't know, man. So you don't think Cat getting too much hate? Cat, man.
He does get too much
hate. Even outside of basketball, Cat get hate. It ain't even about basketball.
Get too much hate. And you're right, it's not about basketball sometimes, but at the same time, you could kind of see it. It's bro, you're big. Go be big. Yeah. Go be big.
So if Cat takes that advice and he plays, let's say a big man, how far do you think the Knicks can go? Do you think the Knicks are going to make a push? Do you look at them as legit with a big man Cat, a real big man Cat?
Yeah, I do. I think they can make the finals. I do.
I mean, the East is open. I think they still have a puncher's chance. I just feel like the Knicks have bad luck. For some reason, I just feel like they'll get to the Eastern Conference and somebody hit a game winner on them in Game 7 type ordeal. But the whole Cat narrative, yes, I think they both were right. It's definitely a team effort. Cat could have been using that interview to send a message to his team, but the message he could have sent is a Shaq type of message. Basically, I am the man. Take ownership. Yeah, I'm that guy. I think that's what Shaq was trying to get him to say, and that comes with toughness and a mentality. Bro, you ain't got to hide around or hide behind being the guy. Just be the freaking guy. say, I'm that dude. I'm putting it on my shoulders and take accountability. I think that's all that Shaq was saying. But I continue to watch the interview, and Chuck brought up a good point. I didn't like the way he said it. He said Cat don't know how to play basketball. That could come up a little crazy. But what I think he meant to say is Cat has low basketball IQ, meaning he doesn't know when to play big or when to play stretch big, or stretch big man. Because Cat always liked to go by that moniker, the greatest shooting big man ever. Well, bruh, you got a guard on you. You don't need to shoot a three. You don't have to shoot the three.
Be big.
Be big. Like, so, and I think Chuck was like, that's fine and all. And he mentioned Jokic, like, Jokic has the best balance between that. Because, yes, Jokic can shoot the three. But I'm telling you, if you undersize,
you gonna take it on the block.
Jokic sees you, he's pounding you to the paint. Pause.
He's taking you on the block.
And he gonna even if he missed the layup, he gonna keep tapping that thing up off the glass till it go in. And that does wonders for his team, and it wears down the opponent. So
Chuck was right too, because not everybody has it in them. Like he said that, not everybody has it in them. But the thing is with Shaq, here's what I like about Shaq. He's consistent across the board with the big man. He's gonna pick on you, bro. Like he's just gonna pick on you. If you're big, he wants you to be big. Like stop playing all that. I like it personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like Cat. He just sometimes he doesn't want to play big. Like he just wants to shoot. And I'm just like, whatever. All right, cool.
Sweet. Well, luckily, Cat came through. But for Houston, they needed somebody to come through. And I guess it was a task too tall for KD himself, as the Rockets blew an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter and had over 9 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Houston, we have a problem. Chris, what's up? First off, I'm going to just start with this. Contender or pretender? We got to bring it up every time. This is a week-by-week thing. Contender or pretender?
I told you last week, pretender, bro.
Pretender. All day. And we had some people in the comments, if y'all listening. This is why we said the Rockets are pretenders. Literally, this is why. But what's the problem? Because what do you see going wrong with the Rockets right now? Because I can tell you there's a lot going wrong.
The problem is they don't know how to play with one another. They don't know if they want to play through Şengün or if they want to play through Kevin Durant. The best way, I think, is to play through Şengün. I think that's the best way to do it. But in order for them to win games, they have to play through Kevin Durant. But what has Kevin Durant gotten you over the last few years? Because Şengün's going to go try and get everybody involved. Yeah, he's going to try and battle on the block. But that's how he operates at the highest level. That's how he got the nickname Baby Jokic, even though he doesn't like it. He wants to move the ball around. He wants to get everybody involved. He wants to facilitate. But they can't do that with Kevin Durant. And secondly, they can't play defense. Again, it's the same problem that the Lakers have.
Listen.
You got Kevin Durant, who's old. Fair credit
That's
to
all
him.
it is.
Whatever. It's Şengün. He's not really a rim protector, and he can't play well in his face. He's a liability out there. So once you have a liability in an old player who can't play defense anymore, you're going to have problems like this. Now,
Steven Adams is hurt again. I mean,
yeah.
Listen, it's sad to see, but our generation of hoopers, they're done, Chris.
Yeah.
Like our Steph Currys, our KDs, LeBrons, they should not be leading a team anymore. They should not. Like, it's okay to still be great or have moments of greatness, but they should not be your leaders of the team. And this is where you got to look at the young generation and the coaching to step up. And this is why, Chris, the young teams are the best teams this year. The Detroits, the OKC, the Spurs, they got the new guard. They flushed out all the old. And they're like, all right, the James Hardens, the KDs, the Bronx, y'all had y'all time, but the league is young now. And guess what? You have to play defense. And if you can't play defense, you're going to lose. I don't care if you're an efficient 60% from the field, because the other team is shooting 75%. OKC shots over 50% from the three on the Cavs because we got James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, bro, guarding their wings. But I digress. The Houston Rockets not only have a defensive problem, they have an identity problem, which you just mentioned. Who do we go through? The young core. And I'm not going to say Sengun, but they haven't taken the necessary steps. Mainly Thompson. I'm in Thompson. He hasn't taken the steps because he's playing out of his position.
And then they never got a point guard.
Like, exactly. And then lastly, right, and it's hurting the development of the young players because Thompson is not a point guard, and you have him playing out of his role the entire season, which he's probably uncomfortable, probably has a ton of pressure. And how you gonna be a young point guard telling Kevin Durant go stand on that spot? You can't even fix your mouth to say that. You need a vet point guard like a Van Fleet. Unfortunately, he's hurt. But y'all should have the trade deadline.
Ball's right there, Brian.
Huh?
Lonzo Ball's right there for that.
Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul, bring him in a fourth just to settle the team down. Because Chris Paul can come in and be like, all right, we play better with pace. We ain't gonna keep trying to slow it down. We keep having turnovers and the half-court offense. They don't have the young core. And this is why I said they are pretenders. And this is what I said in the comments in our chat. They're like, what about the Rockets as contenders? I'm like, you can't tell me a team without a point guard is a true contender ever.
It's just KD, bro. Like you said, he can't be your leader, bro.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't in his prime. Why would he be just outside of his prime? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and that boy focused on his burners accounts. He got other things to do. he got other conversations to have, man. Well, we're gonna move along. I know we spent a lot of time on the Cats and Rockets. I said the Cats and Rockets, the Knicks and Rockets. We should call the Knicks the Cats, bro. But we're gonna move along, man, because we've been mentioning the Pistons a lot because I just think we're thoroughly impressed by the performance we've had witnessed from the Pistons, and they are literally firing on all pistons. And I don't know, Chris, I'll let you kick it off. Do you believe that the Pistons can go all the way this year?
Pains me to say it, but no, I don't. I think they can make a finals. The only problem is, like, by the time they get to that finals, the one player who's going to have to carry them to that finals is going to be burnt out. Yeah. They don't have a reliable second option. Everything runs through Cade. I have a friend, true Pistons fan, Vino, shout outs to him. We go back and forth. We were arguing all week. And I was like, if y'all had like a Devin Booker next to him, I would believe it, y'all. I would say y'all would definitely win the championship. So this offseason, I think they're going to have to address that because Duran's nice. He's an all-star, but he's pick and roll partner. Like, he's not going to create offense. You expect me to trust Karis LeVert? I'm sorry, I can't do that, bro. You expect me to trust I can't do that. Isaiah Stewart, I can't do that. What's his name? Tobias Harris. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do that. So no, I don't see them as contenders because even if they make the finals, I'm picking whoever comes out the West. Like I'm not, and it's not disrespect to them. I just don't think they have a reliable second option. So for me personally, I think their max out is the Eastern Conference Finals, but that's a wonderful season for that.
No, I believe in Detroit. The brand of basketball is going to carry them. The toughness, what they built their team on will carry them. Their philosophy, their everything. JB Bickerstaff has really connected with these guys. And if you look at the roster, you'll be like, this roster is garbage. If you actually look at it, I don't say garbage, but it's not contender type. But if you look at the makeup of players, they all ready to fight, Chris. All of them, bro. You can go Paul Reed, you can go Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren. I mean, all these guys, bro, look like they got it out the mud. So I really believe that the 1-2 punch that they're missing, somebody will step up. Because with OKC, we thought it was just Shea.
No, that's not the same though, Brian.
It turned out it was more than Shea.
Jalen Williams was there. Chet, although he's a bubble all-star, but like he was there.
Jalen Williams came of his own, yes. But we didn't know about Jalen Williams before.
We did. He was an all-star last year, Brian.
Last year, but that's the year before that. That's what I'm talking about, last year. Jalen Williams came out the woodworks, yes. Detroit had their second all-star in Jalen Duren, who came out the woodworks.
He can't create for himself, though, Brian. He needs Cade to create. That's my biggest problem. Like again, if they had an Austin Reeves, Brian, I'd probably like, oh yeah, yeah, Detroit got it. But it's like, who else is who can put the ball in the back that you trust if Cade don't got it that night?
Cool. Yeah, man. We might have to agree to disagree on that one. MVP though. Cade in the MVP conversation, we agree with that. Should he be the face of the league? Because
if you prove me wrong, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you prove me wrong, hell yeah. Detroit, championship organization, basketball culture, blue blood, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Cade ain't got it to me. He too chill, bro.
I agree.
Bro, who was the last light-skinned face of the league? Come on now. Let's talk about that. Larry Bird?
Steph.
Steph helped the face of the league. He was a good villain to the face of the league. Light skin is the villain, bro. I mean, Steph was a pivotal point in the league, but the babyface assassin, Cade don't got the personality, man. I
agree.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it.
I think the next face of the league is Cooper Flag.
I can see that.
But I think if he goes all the way, I don't see why he's not in a conversation. Because he's American, bro. We don't have much Americans.
Well, Jason Tatum went all the way. He didn't become the face of the league. Why?
But he wasn't, because he wasn't MVP.
Jaylen Brown didn't become the face of the league. We already talked about that.
But Brian, real quick before we move on, what would a first round loss be for this team?
First round loss?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I mean,
I agree.
They just run it back.
They're playing with house money. That's why.
Just run it back. You're exceeding expectations. I mean, we knew Detroit was getting better last year. We didn't expect them to jump to greatness this year. So, I mean, it would mean nothing. Go get more talent. I mean, it probably would be good for them. Like you said, go get them like a Desmond Bain type guy.
Like a Tyler Hero.
Yeah, not Hero. But I'm just getting
somebody. Yeah.
Cool. What we got next, Chris?
Brian, you shouted him out this week, man. You told us to go watch U.S. hockey, man. We want to give a quick shout out to both the women and the men, bro. Doubling up, free the bird. First goal for the women since 1998. Shout out to the ladies leading the way. And then the men doing their thing yesterday. Same opponent, Canada versus the U.S. Overtime, both overtime games, both clutch games. Men, first goal since 1980, y'all.
Let's go. The Miracle on Ice. Gold all on my chain.
Shout outs to the USA, man.
Oh, believe me, just watch me. Listen, I mean, this was amazing. Especially because hockey, I would say, is not USA's first sport at all. This is Canada's bread and butter. This is what Canada do. And Canada was talking big-ish all Olympics, especially when it came to hockey. And they were backing it up, dominating teams. And so I was a little worried that Team USA wouldn't have enough firepower because we don't have the household names. We don't have like the Sidney Crosbys. And I'm not a hockey savant or anything. But from what I know, is our team on paper was not better than the Canadian team. So to go in their house and score the first goal to put the pressure on them in the first period was excellent because that gave us belief, it gave us hope. Team Canada followed it up, which is expected. But our goalie, shout out to our goalie. I got to get his name. I don't even know how to say his name. Is it Connor Hellbuck? I'm gonna go with that. If y'all Connor Hellbuck, bro. 41 of 42 saves. Shout out to him for having the game of his life. Shout out to the men and women's hockey team, bro, for bringing home the gold for Team USA. Proud of them. Shouts out. Y'all stupid, bro. But yeah, we're gonna end it there on hockey because we don't know too much. We don't know too much, bro. We just happy with what happened. But let's get into it.
Oh man, listen, I got a quick soapbox moment as we transition over to football real quick. Raiders, you are on the clock. You have an absolute mission on your hands, and you've been given the blueprint. 2 years ago. No, excuse me. 3 years ago, the Bears traded out the number 1 pick. They got a buttload of picks, and they still ended up drafting Caleb Williams. You guys have a lot to address. I don't think a quarterback should be your top priority. Everything from top to bottom needs to be fixed. Trade out of this one spot. Fernando Mendoza is going to be a good quarterback, and that's fine. But you need a great quarterback in order to win Super Bowls or a Super Bowl. But if you don't have a great quarterback and you only have a good quarterback, you need a great team around him. Great team around him. And you won't get that. You won't get that with what you have this year or what's in your war chest moving forward. Trade out of that number 1 pick. Get a buttload of picks from a desperate team looking to address their quarterback situation. And then suck next year. Put yourself in the possibility to go get Arch. That's my soapbox moment. Raiders trade back. Brian, what you think?
Nah, bro. Screw your soapbox moment. Listen, no, real talk, though. I like it. I don't like Mendoza. I think he all hype.
Good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. I think he all hype. I think he's gonna be a bust. You heard it here first from me, bro. I don't believe in him. Okay. Listen, he had the best team in the college because he had the best team, he had the best coach, and his team, the average age on his team was 25 years old. They was all 25 and 26 playing against 18-year-olds, and they dominated. So now he's going to go to a real men's league and play with real men and realize, oh, snap, this is real football. I don't like players that play great 1 year and now they're the number 1 overall pick. Yes, it was a great 1 year, but you're right. Raiders, go collect them picks. Go take advantage of somebody who think Mendoza is the second coming.
Yep.
Easily.
Great. All right, yo, Brian. ESPN put out their, I think, was it top 100? No, excuse me, top 50 free agents, players that are available. So you and I, we could have gone through it, ranked them, whatever, but we played a little interesting game where Brian and I drafted offensive players based off of the top 50 that they had available. I went first, and I got to choose the QB first. Then Brian got to alternate from there. So our teams are a little bit different. Brian.
Draft, Chris. Who your QB?
I went first. I'll go first. I chose Malik Willis first for my QB. Brian, who'd you get as your QB?
Well, only one out there. Well, I don't say only one. The only one good left is Daniel Jones. Not a fan, but hey, it don't get much better than that for a free agent quarterback. Then, was it me next? I went running back.
Yeah.
Running back, I went with Rico Dowdle.
Interesting, yeah. Okay. I went with Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP.
All right. I'm going to pause here for a second so everyone knows.
Breece Hall was available.
Breece Hall was available.
Yeah, Breece Hall
was available. Mock draft right before. I mean, you can agree or disagree. I still like Rico Dowdle, though. So
I'm not mad at that one. Okay.
All right, receiver, go, Chris.
I went with I missed on this one, Romeo Doubs. Yeah, but it was a good one.
All right, and I went Alec Pierce.
Then you got to go again.
Oh, then I went George Pickens.
Yeah, I don't know how that I missed on that one. Yeah,
Game blouse.
yeah. Ryan's team officially wins. I followed up with Mike Evans, future Hall of Famer. See what he has left in the gas tank. Not much. And then tight end Isaiah Likely. I think whoever gets him is gonna be really, really happy with their tight end situation.
He can probably be one of the best tight ends, if not the best tight end in the league, if he gets the right.
One of the best.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good tight ends, bro.
he could be the best.
You know, I feel about Harold Fannin.
Yeah, he's good too. And then I was left with Kyle Pitts, the 4th overall pick. So overall, my team: Daniel Jones, QB, Rico Dowdle, running back, Alec Pierce, receiver 2, George Pickens, receiver 1, and Kyle Pitts, tight end. Repeat your team for everybody so they can hear it clearly.
Your team wins, so I don't want to. QB Malik Willis, running back Kenneth Walker, wide receiver 1 Romeo Doubs, wide receiver 2 Mike Evans. My tight end was Isaiah Likely.
Nice. Yeah, my team wins easily. I mean, it's a wash. As you hear today, do not hire Chris Lee to be your GM. Don't listen to his Lucky Charms or anything.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I miss George Pickens right up at the top there.
Yeah.
Yeah, character issues. You got character issues. You got to watch out.
He might only be here. He might be a 1-year rental for sure. Might only be a 1-year rental before he destroyed the team. But yeah, let's move on to our next, not really game, but topic. The NFL has put out the schedule for 2026, 2027 NFL season, and they set the win totals. So we're doing the over-unders. We're only doing the 10.5 win total, 10.5 over and unders, and these are the following teams. And so what we're going to do, Chris, you just tell me over-under. I'll say over-under. So for the Baltimore Ravens, what you got? Over 10.5 wins.
Over.
Yeah. Rebound season. I just can't see Lamar Jackson having 2 poor seasons. Buffalo Bills.
Under.
Over. Easily. They're going to come out with a vengeance. Detroit Lions. This is the producer's pick.
Under.
Yo, I'm saying under just because the producer liked the Lions. They're going to be trash. That division is tough.
Over, and over.
They might. Hey, listen, bold take. They finished last in the division. Back to the old Lions. Vikings over them.
That's a real bull take.
They ain't no bold take. Packers, because they in the division too.
Over.
So they ahead of the Lions. That's one. Chiefs.
Under.
I'm gonna go over.
Brian, if you thought their division was hard last year, it's gonna be way harder next year.
I'm going over, but it's the Chiefs. I can't get off of it. I can't get over them not being the Chiefs. Rams.
Over.
Over. Pause. Let me wait. Yeah. Over.
Over.
Yeah. The Eagles. Tough.
But yeah, I don't think they need like 11 wins to win their division, so I'm gonna go under.
I'm staying with the over on the Eagles.
Under, yeah.
Seattle Seahawks.
Under.
I think I'm with you on this. Under. Sam Darnold comes back to earth.
Yep. He climbed the mountaintop. Satisfied, boy.
No, they're gonna get when you win, you get everyone's best. I'm gonna throw another one. I want to throw one more on there. They didn't make it, but the Bears. ESPN had it at 9.5, but you think they
under? I think it's under
for 10.5?
I think they missed the playoffs next year.
What? I don't know. I think I'm a believer. Over.
You want to know why?
Why?
I think the Cowboys are going to make it next year. There's going to be a team that just has to miss it.
That's a good point. I'm interested in what the Cowboys do. They franchise tag George Pickens as well, so he's gonna blow that up. He's gonna blow Dallas up. So
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I would just let him go. It's not that
yeah, they franchise tag him. He's gonna blow up that entire situation.
because you need defense. You need defense.
Yeah.
We keep GM more in the offseason.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our show for today. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're on the YouTube, but we are available on all of your podcast platforms. So please tune in, check us out. We will be posting this week as well, so you can engage with us on TikTok and Instagram too. But yeah, let us know how y'all feel about our takes. We happy to argue with y'all and tell y'all why y'all wrong.
Yep.
All day, any day, baby. We out.